Hi, it's Ashley from Db Sound Advice. Today we are doing a product preview on the DD Audio M3d. Now this is a brand new model that's just come out, and wow, it really has got some weight to it. There was a bit of a lift getting it in there. Now before we go into looking at that on a visual perspective, we'll just quickly run through a couple of things here. This amplifier obviously is a monoblock. It's an operating voltage of between 9 and 16 volt. One channel, as I mentioned, is being monoblock. Continuous wattage at 4 ohm is 1,350, 2 ohm is 2,500, and 1 ohm is 4,000. Its dynamic power is 5,000. Its maximum current draw is 400 amp. Frequency response between 13-213Hz. Noise to signal ratio, we're dealing with 93 dB. Dampening factor of 340, and we also have an RCA voltage sensitivity of between 8 volt and 0.2 volt. Subwoofer bass controller, which we can see in the video. Gauge 2x0 gauge, and speaker is 10 gauge out. And let's take a look. Now, as I said, a bit of a weight to the thing. Well, also comes with a QC certificate, which I've got here, which shows that it has passed its testing. I'll just put that aside. And let's take a look now. Also again, there's the bass controller with the voltage meter on it and the clipping light. And that's, at this level, I think it's really important to have the voltage and the clipping, because you can actually see what battery levels you're dealing with. A lot of amplifiers don't blow because of the amplifier being an issue. It can be thermal overload, which just means you end up, battery's too low, you start the engine, and once that process happens, you end up burning your amplifier out. So I would strongly recommend, if this thing's saying 12 and 13 volt, that's a good sign, but I'd be turning your system off if it's anything below 10 or 11, anywhere around there would be a good place to be turning the stereo off before starting your car. Also comes with bass controller cable in the kit, your 2 Allen keys, one for the power and one for the speaker outputs. And let's bring it all around and have a look. And again, nice bit of weight to it. And we've got our input RCA. You have your gain, subsonic low filter, remote, and of course you also have the ZVL input, which again we will do a video on that. That's a new product from DD again that allows you to put multiple amplifiers together in just one bass controller for the whole lot, but we'll go through that in a moment. And of course then we've also got the speaker outputs, 2 positives, 2 negatives, so one, you can actually run your twin coils directly to the amplifier or do it down the other end up yourself. We'll just spin it around. It's like a sack of cement. And down the other end we have our power. See, on this side here you've got your ground, remote in, 12 volt ground. So 2 sets of 0 gauge in, and of course your remote to fire it up. We'll just get that back over here. Now the other thing that's very cool about this amplifier, they've also released some vanity plates, and I'll do that in a separate video. But power wise, I mean really, the M3d is a very serious amplifier. And if you are planning to build a system and you know that over time you're going to slowly increase or go bigger subs along the way, this amplifier would see you through. You could buy one of these knowing that there's not really anything really much out there you couldn't run with it. So it's a fantastic amplifier. And if you're looking for more information about the DD M3d, you can find it on ddaudio.com or hifihq.co.nz for New Zealand, or hifihq.com.au. And I hope you've enjoyed today's little product preview on the new DD M3d monoblock amplifier. And again, thank you for tuning in to Db Sound Advice.